What's up guys, David Land here, and welcome to a new style of NASCAR Heat content. I started this in NASCAR 15 and decided to carry it over here. This is a TV style broadcast of the NASCAR Heat Evolution Let's Play. So this will be my commentary, my live commentary over the race replay, hopefully to differentiate my content from other people's content and give you guys something different to look at. So if you do enjoy this, please hit the like button. I'm hoping to see at least 100 likes, and I'll continue doing this because it does take a little bit more work, but I think it pays off and looks much better. So enjoy the Chicagoland race. Alright, ready to go here at Chicagoland Speedway. The green flag is out. The first race of the chase is underway. So, we're in between Chase Elliott and Ryan Newman here at the start of the race, starting 12th, and now we are all the way back to 14th as we get sandwiched between Kyle Larson and Greg Biffle as we go down the back straightaway. Got into the back of Chase Elliott just a little bit there, now behind Ryan Newman, pushing him down the back straightaway into turn number 3, trying to hang with these leaders here. We want to put on a good show, even though we're not in the chase. We can do some pretty good things here. Certainly we want to get out of 30th place in points to be able to raise our championship position a little bit more. Now we go around Ryan Newman pretty easily there, but we're up into the outside wall because I drove in too deep. So that's going to allow Larson through on the inside. He'll take 12th back from me. I was right out next to where the safer barrier begins there into turn number 3. A bit of a risky maneuver, and right underneath Ryan Newman. Now battling with Kyle Larson. Don't want to get near that apron. It will spin you out. And this is not a blowover challenge, so we're not trying to do that. So around the outside potentially of Larson here. Trying to anyway. The car's not gripping with the front end quite like I'd like it to. And Dale Jr. gets way out to the wall. Larson running right to the bottom. Multiple lanes being used here as Matt Kenseth. And he slows up Dale Jr. just a little bit. Are we going to be able to drive underneath Dale Jr.? Yes. And underneath Kenseth. And with the help of Larson, we get around Kenseth. So that was wonderful. Wonderful timing. Now let's see if we can drive around the outside of Kyle here. Little Kyle Larson. Nope, we are really washing out here on the exit of the corner. Just had to keep it off the wall there. Dale Jr. gets back around. Now here comes Matt Kenseth down around the outside, trying to anyway. We're actually running pretty good right now. It would have been nice if we'd made the chase because this would actually be really good positioning for the chase. I believe Logano went in with the lead of the chase. I don't know where he's running right now. You may be able to see him better than I do with the TV view. But we drive around the outside here, trying to get a run here on Earnhardt. Down the back straightaway, here we go. Potentially going to get a run here into turn 3. Use a little bit of Larson's draft. Hopefully slingshot around into turn 3. Earnhardt tried to take the line away, but we are going to slide around him. And now up into the top 10 as we ride behind Larson and Hamlin here. Running in the draft, trying to get Hamlin's draft here. And we'll try to swing around the outside of Larson. And there's a wreck in turn 3 apparently, according to the spotter. Don't know what could have happened, but there is no yellow, no caution. A regular occurrence here for NASCAR Heat. So we'll continue going green, and hopefully no shenanigans will happen in turn 3. As we split the difference a little bit between Hamlin and Larson. Fantastic. Move me up a position as Larson and I are going to the front here, working with Kyle Larson is working very well, but here comes Brad Keselowski looking to the inside, and is he going to be able to get around? Yes, he is. So Keselowski gets around. We're going to nearly run into Dale Jr. there. Well, this is a bit of a tense battle here between these 4 cars here for the top 10 positions. As we're working the outside lane around the outside of Jr. and Keselowski. We're going to not play nice with Dale Jr. there. Got to be so careful trying to get in the draft of Kyle Larson but not get spun by Dale Jr. Now we're around the outside, and this is not a good corner for me. Slide wide just a little bit, way out of the groove, and Earnhardt's going to slide back underneath for 10th. And now we've got to defend from Hamlin here in turn number 3. But we should, yeah, we're well ahead, so no problems there. Don't have to worry about that. Now we got to run behind Kyle Larson here. See if we can't get around him as well. So in the draft, working it, working it, working it, and to the inside of Larson. Try to get around. That's very close stuff right there with Kyle Larson. Yeah, but we do get around, and he's going to get passed by Kane, who's moved up into the top positions here. It's going to be a battle as well with Kane, as he's right behind side by side with Larson. We're going to start catching Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. A good draft off of Earnhardt. Down into the tri-oval. Might be able to make a run on him in turn 1. Nope, not there. Have to lift off. Now it's going to allow Kane down to the inside with a great run. Excuse me. Great run down to the inside, and the sneeze killed me. How about that? Well, I don't know if a NASCAR driver has ever sneezed and crashed in real life, but it just happened to me. That's embarrassing, or whatever. That's just the worst possible place for it to happen to, with a car underneath you going down the back straightaway at Chicagoland, which is almost anything but straight, by the way. So we're falling down to 16th here. Now it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get back up through the field, as we've lost a bit of the draft. So it's gonna be difficult now. We're gonna have to really drive some good laps. As Kyle Larson pulls off into the pits already. Wow, that's weird. So Larson into the pits, and we move up to 15th position. It's kind of a strange move there, and there's a big pack of cars behind me, I'm noticing. Hopefully we can stay ahead of those guys, because otherwise there's going to be some bit of issues going on. Looks like they're 3 wide back there. So into turn 3, see if we can't gain on Kenseth here. He was one of the cars we passed early in the race, so we're faster than him. Should be anyway, but you just never know. Fuel still 9 laps to go before we'll have to make a pit stop. So that's all good at the moment. And we are starting to close in just a little bit on Kenseth, Stenhouse, and Newman, who are the 3 cars directly ahead of me. With 8 laps to go on the fuel. Well, I'm looking at the gauges here. Looks like I may be able to get away with just right sides only on this next stop, which would be a bit advantageous. Hopefully save us some time in the pits and possibly make up some positions. Very nice. And I don't know if we're getting gained on by second place car or not, or the car directly behind us, who is Tony Stewart. Who I had to get out of the gas there. Well, now he's really gaining on me. I had to block him, but nothing doing there as Stewart goes around, as well as Casey Mears. Car's going away quite a bit, especially the front right tire. I do not have the grip into the corner that I had previously, so unfortunately I'm just kind of struggling right now for front end grip. I might add some tape to the grill as well on the stop to try to alleviate some of that understeer, as now we're at least catching Stewart and Mears, or at least being able to hang with them. The draft is helping out tremendously here on the straights, with just a little bit of straight line speed disadvantage for my car still. But yeah, I'm definitely not making up time in the corners anymore that I was previously. So yeah, the tires are definitely going away, and now we're really starting to lose positions after that contact with the wall, the sneeze-induced contact with the wall, which is slightly annoying. And now there's more positions being lost as McFlurry goes underneath as well. And I just cannot hang around the outside of any of these guys. The car got loose as I tried to get in McMurray's draft as well. So all sorts of things going awry here at Chicagoland, right down to the bottom. I actually got through that corner fairly well, but I don't think I'll be able to close in here on McMurray. Maybe I will. There's a draft. Where there's a draft, there's a way in stock cars. We're going to go to the outside, try to get around Jamie Mack, and no, it's not going to work on that time either, because the car's going to just decide to rim ride around the outside, and that's just not working. It's just not working. At least Brian Scott's 2 seconds back, so as long as we can hang on to the back of this little group here, I think everything's going to be all right. But certainly not the way we want to start this thing, as several cars are in the pits. Things are starting to kick off here as many cars are coming into the pits. We still got 4 laps on the fuel, so we're actually making fuel mileage versus the rest of the field here, which is actually very advantageous for me. We're actually up to 6th place right now, which is kind of crazy. And it looks like potentially the rest of the field's going to come in. We may lead a lap here. Boy, I wish I'd put the lap leader money on, because it looks like, yeah, the leader's going into the pits and everybody comes in except for me. So into the lead we go, taking the lead here at Chicagoland on fuel strategy, which is fantastic. So get them 5 bonus points and start to lead the race. Do a little bit of leading, not necessarily on pace, but hey, I'm going to take it. We're trying to lap Casey Kane here, which we probably won't be able to do. They're all on fresh tires, so they're not going to slow down at all for me. And the spotter says I'm low on fuel, so we got 2 laps to go on fuel, so we'll come in at the end of the next lap and we'll be able to make the stop. I think I will do the right sides. I'll add a little tape to the grill, hopefully help with that front end grip. Or I could do, you know what? How many laps do we have left? We've got 40 to go. I think I'll do this time. I'll make my 4 tire stop, and then on the next sequence of pit stops, I'll do a 2 tire to go really fast at the end. So into the pits we come. Spotter is whining about fuel and whining about my speed, but I'm in the pits and we're rolling down to make a pit stop. So green flag stops underway. The car number 28, the CJ Energy Services car, is in the pits. 15.8 is the estimated time. You can see the right side's torn up a little bit from my impact with the wall. Cars are going by on the outside, losing positions. Here we go, and back out of the pits. 15 seconds down, and where are we? We are 19th and falling. So we lost some positions in that shuffle there, unfortunately. Down to 22nd place, and that's not helping. That did not help matters at all. Now we fall into 25th, even worse. As Clinton Boyer goes around the outside, all the way back to 26th. Here we go. But I did add some tape to the grill, so hopefully the front end grip will be better, and we'll be able to last a bit longer into the stint. So we're going to be a bit aggressive here, go underneath the apron to get around Clinton Boyer. Now we're going to start making the pursuit a little bit here, because we have fallen behind quite a bit. We're really gaining on Regan Smith here. My goodness, the rubber banding is in full effect, it seems, which is fine with me, I guess. I get to gain some positions. So underneath Regan Smith we go, and make up that place. And now we're coming up behind the 2 cars of Danica Patrick and Trevor Bain. Big draft there around the outside of both of them. And we make the pass. No, we don't, because we hit the safer barrier on the exit, or on the entrance. That is very annoying. Okay, so take 2. Need to go underneath these guys, and or a guy and a gal, and see if we can pull it off here. Yes, we do. And around we go. So up to 22nd place. Only 23 laps of 67 are complete here. Underneath the white line, 44 laps to go. And into turn 1, let's see if we can pull away from Danica here. Seems like she's staying around a little bit more than I expected. The car is gripping pretty well. The tape I added to the front grille seems to be, or the grill I should say, not the front grille. I don't know if there's a rear grill on these cars, but tape I added to the grill working well here. I added went up from I think 30 to 45%. So I didn't want to add too much front end grip, because that tends to lead to the car spinning out into the corners. We're coming through turn 1 here, just a little bit of a lift, get the car stabilized, and then we are setting off in pursuit of Brian Scott here, or retired Scott, in terms of whatever you want to call him. But into turn number 3, a little bit of a lift there, get the car settled again, and around the corner we go. Now the fuel mileage, I'm starting to think, is going to really play in here at the very end of the race. We may only have to make one more stop, while the rest of the field may have to make 2. I don't know if that's totally going to happen, but it's an outside possibility, considering that our the later we stop, the later we were able to stop, is fuel mileage we gain. So we were 4 laps ahead of most of the field, especially the leaders, on the last fuel stop. So multiply that for the next stop, because they'll probably have to come in maybe a lap or 2 earlier. So maybe it'll go up to 6, maybe go up to 8 by the end. So who knows? This is going to be a bit of an interesting finish here, as we're just kind of running around by ourselves right now. Not a lot going on. It doesn't seem like we're gaining too much on Brian Scott, but who knows? It's interesting to see him running up there, that's for sure. Running up near the front of the field. I feel like this is a point when NASCAR would find some mystery debris on the track, but apparently NASCAR Heat does not think that's necessary. Tire wear is pretty good right now, as we complete, or we start lap number, or have 40 laps to go. So still a long ways to go in this race. Just kind of settling in now. Obviously this seems to be the point in the race where everybody gets up and goes to the bathroom and gets a beer or whatnot. But I did feel like we really caught him in turn 1 there, Brian Scott. I felt like we really came close to him, but now he's starting to slip away again. It just seems like we're kind of stuck here in the middle of these 2 cars, between Brian Scott and whoever's behind me. I think it's Danica. So between the 2 bright blue cars, we can't seem to gain any ground, really. Wow, we are getting lapped, and we get put in the wall by everybody. Well, that's fantastic. Well, we got lapped, and there's a car. Finally, we get a yellow. Not sure what was going on there, but I guess we'll have to pit and make repairs, and we'll probably not get our lap back. All right, so still a lap behind the race in 37th. That's horrible, because everybody else got a wave around when we pitted. That's slightly annoying, but whatever. Back to the green. Oh, we got lots of time to make up here. Well, at least it'll be exciting. We're right at halfway. So here we go. Underneath a lot of cars here. Heavy traffic. That was the first yellow of the day. So now we've got our work cut out for us. Don't know, really. We'll be able to make up the lap, because we're now even further up on our fuel mileage, because I went and got 4 tires and fuel. Oh, that's close. Everybody decided to slow up there in the tri-oval. They continue to slow up in the tri-oval. Don't really know what's going on there, but whatever. Oh, I know what's going on. It's just a rubber banding, insane rubber banding. 4 wide. And Jimmy Johnson spinning. Oh, big crash. Big crash. Well, causing that wreck got me the lucky dog, so whatever. So now 35th place, but we're on the lead lap again. So we're going to go for it here. Green is out once again. Lap number 40 starting here, 27 laps to go. Or 28 laps to go, according to the scoring thing that just popped up on my screen. Whatever. Some number that starts with a 2. A 2-digit number that starts with a 2. Laps to go. But we are down the back straightaway here. Probably will not get quite the rubber banding effect that we got earlier. As I get into the safer barrier again. And get turned by Michael McDowell. And lose my total chance of doing anything in this race today. Alright, thanks to the almighty powers of rubber banding, we are catching right back up to the back of the field. We're going to be able to start catching at least these cars that are in this pack here, but some of the cars have just decided to fly away from the rest of the field, but whatever. You may be able to see the field spreading out, you may not be able to. I'm not really sure what the replay camera angles are like on this track, but whatever. Into turn number 3. There's somebody coming into the pits, a couple cars. Several cars actually coming off into the pits. 4 wide. Almost lost it. And I did lose it. Aerodynamics are screwed on my car. Once again. Good old NASCAR Heat coming through with the fun gameplay. Ultra fun. Yeah, so the car completely doesn't want to turn now, which is fun. The understeer condition has gone from 50 to 100, or whatever. We need to pit again. Yeah, 13 laps. So yeah, we will need to pit again. Hopefully, we'll get a yellow at some point, even if the score a little bit. But somehow I don't think we will, because that would actually help me. But whatever. Down the back straightaway, trying to catch these 3 guys here. Looks like several cars are also peeling off into the pits, or going to be peeling off into the pits momentarily. Yes, and 4 cars off into the pits, including Bobby Labonte. So we move up to 30th position. Now we can maybe finally pass Michael McDowell here. But I've got to be able to make the turn first, and that may be a bit of an issue with the current state of my car. So we pull up behind Chris Buescher, and we get around him. How can we get around Buescher for 28th? Maybe. There's draft. Trying to go around the outside. Nope, not working. Underneath. Under the apron, onto the apron, side by side with Buescher, and around we go. Very nice, very nice. And he goes back around the inside, and we'll block. That was excellent, very excellent. And into turn 1 once again. And sliding wide right out to the wall. So 20 to go, essentially. I believe, yes. Yeah, and the spotter says 20 to go. Confirms my suspicion. So, and there's my yellow I needed. So I will make the pit stop and get back on sequence with the leaders. Alright, ready to go back to the green here. We're restarting 29th or I should say, we're restarting in 29th position. Here we go, back underway here at Chicagoland. So now, the battle is on. And we've got to start making up some places here. We need to be 15th for money. So underneath, trying to get underneath here. We're 3 wide. I'm going to try to make it 4 wide here. This may be a bit ill-advised. The car kind of pitched down a little bit. Let's see if we can go to the outside here. Car slid just a little bit. Yeah, we're still in the middle. Still in the middle, battling with McMurray. Did not like to be in the middle of NASCAR Heat for that particular reason. Somehow I was able to save it, probably because I was lifting before I even hit a car, because I knew it was going to go like that. So DiBenedetto just got around, and he's in a completely different scheme. One of the free DLC Toyota schemes, because I'm a cheap guy and I don't like to pay for paint scheme DLC, but thanks for giving us Toyota DLC, I guess. So now down to the inside, trying to get around some of these guys. Around the outside, trying to get around Stenhouse. Now we are moving. Nope. Don't know if McMurray was going to spin out there. He almost did. I almost did too. So that's no fun. So now we go around the outside. This probably means everybody's on the same fuel strategy now too. So here goes that brilliant strategy. Now we start making up positions. As we come down here into turn 3, car got a little bit loose. Still a little bit loose. Now we're back through the middle of cars. I decided to bail out of it, lift just a little bit. Try to not be in the middle or on the outside. You really just want to pass these guys on the inside. It's now 3 wide. And this is not good. We've got a lot of light blue cars here. In fact, all the light blue cars in the race, it seems, are right together. So down, we're going to make it 3 wide with the 43 and the 44, both the petty cars. And underneath we go. Now battling with Trevor Bayne in his draft. And just beating and banging down the back straight, or the front straightaway here to the outside of Trevor Bayne. We should be able to get him into turn number 1 fairly easily. Yes, we do. And Matt Kenseth going very slow on the apron. Matt Kenseth is in trouble. Matt Kenseth is in trouble. So we'll go around him, gain a position as well. So something happened to Matt Kenseth there. It'll knock him out of the race, or at least out of contention for the race. And now we go around the outside of Clint Boyer. Things are starting to pick up here at Chicagoland. Ryan Blaney got into the side of Clint Boyer, had to back out of it again, otherwise the car was just going to go straight up into the wall. Around the outside potentially of Blaney and Boyer. Let's see if we can do it. Down to the inside, down the back straightaway, and the yellow comes out. So it's going to be a shootout here at the end. All right, restarting 17th with, I don't know how many laps to go yet. We've got 7 to go. Green is out. We're racing at Chicagoland, 7 laps to determine the victor in the first chase race. So underneath Clint Boyer we go. Got to be a bit aggressive here. Got to keep Brian Scott there behind as well. Now we get a big draft off of Hamlin. Keep it 4 wide down the back straightaway with all these guys here. Wow, this is tight racing. And we get underneath Earnhardt, Hamlin, Stewart. And now we don't, because we get spun. And there's going to be no one else involved, so it's going to be a no yellow. That would have been a yellow so fast in real NASCAR, but whatever. This is NASCAR Heat. Apparently the Heat stands for my blood pressure when they don't give me a yellow that I absolutely deserve to come out, but whatever. Now we get to play catch up when the AI rubber bands. Fun. Wish I would have blown over. That would have been at least entertaining. But yeah, we're definitely catching the rubber banding AI, so we'll be able to get back up to the field at least. That'll be fine, I suppose. But 5 laps to go to get back to where we were, which is a very nice position. We were up into the top 10. We had to be aggressive. We were aggressive, and it bit us. So whatever. We're 30th. We're exactly where our points say we should be. But I feel like the car has been much faster than that today. So now let's start working our way back up through the field as we let's pass on some back markers here. Running into a back marker with Eric Jones. Big draft on Reagan. And underneath him we go. Over, around the outside of Larson, Allmendinger. We still haven't, we gained 1 position. We're up to 29th. Now we are slicing through the middle of traffic. Under Burrito there. And around the outside, very close to the wall. That was the Larson line there for a second. And finally around to Benedetto, up to 28th. 3 laps to go in the race. We've got a big old group of cars here that we can potentially overtake. So let's get up there and try to challenge them. As we're really getting a good run off the corner. Right in behind Buescher. And around the outside of Buescher. No, we won't, because he just decided to bounce off of me and the car pinballed. That's one of the things I really hate about the physics of this game. It's like you run into a car and it pinballs you immediately. It doesn't seem like the way it works in real life, at least the way I see it. 2 laps to go. Finally get around Busher. Cars are 3 wide into turn 1 just ahead of us. So we've got several positions we can make up here. Theoretically, we can get a top 20, which would at least get us the Aspen Dental money. Got Aspen Dental and Snap Fitness on the car, so top 15 and top 20 positions are the ones that pay. Around the outside we go, trying to get there to the inside. Can we do it? Got 1 to go. The final lap presented by Credit One Bank. And we're almost spinning. I tried to get around Blaney there. It did not work. Larson's going to come back under the inside, but he is a lap car, so I don't know why he's going so fast suddenly, but whatever. He actually helped me with the draft there. Alright. And the race has been won by somebody. We're running 25th. We're not going to get any money from this. Not going to get any points from this. What a terrible race, but Chicagoland ends. So, a 25th place finish at Chicagoland. Not stellar, not amazing. Keselowski won over Logano, so both of the Penske guys were very, very fast today. Let's take a look at the money I made. Not very much. Just the race winnings and the CJ Energy Services guaranteed money for $33,000. And then, of course, the points. Let's see if we moved up any. Probably not. I'm guessing we're going to continue in 30th, and yes, we are. Just a few points behind Ryan Blaney. So let's head back to the garage and see if there's anything else to take a look at. Alright, so from Chicagoland, we're going to move on to New Hampshire for the Bad Boy Off-Road 300, the second race of the chase, 45 grand going to the winner. So I hope to see you there. If you did enjoy this style of video, this new style of NASCAR Heat Evolution, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments if you liked it. Also subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video.